Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Discussion with Sadi. Today I would like to talk about two of my favorite horror genres. One is the Gothic horror and other will be the cosmic horror. So let's start with the Gothic horror part. This is the most common horror genre that we know. Books like The House of Motherlock and the most famous one, Dracula, is an perfect example of Gothic horror. So what is Gothic horror? Gothic horror means the horror entity is a creature. What kind of creature? Maybe superhuman, like a character which we can see, we can feel, but there is a slight abnormality in that. Like a character who cannot go out in the sun. Maybe he is a bit stronger. Maybe he has the power of 10 humans, and we can see him directly. We can feel him directly, and the horror character is present there. And most of the time in Gothic horror, the horror entity has a specific weakness that can be manifested and that can be prevented by the hero or something like that. For example, if we talk about Dracula, we know that he's basically a vampire. He cannot go out in the sun, and he has a very specific weakness, a weakness of silver, and silver and cross. So, we can also see that in the Gothic horror, those characters and the stories are usually related to religion. Most of the time, we can see in Bangla literature, we can see the Petnis, the Rakhosa stories are connected with the Gothic horror. But the most favorite part of my horror genre is the cosmic horror. Cosmic horror is a genre that was made famous by uh, my favorite author, which is H.P. Lovecraft, and this is an example of the complete work of H.P. Lovecraft. And what is actually the cosmic horror? This is actually a new genre that is entering in the Bangladeshi horror scene day by day. So, whenever we used to think about horror entities, we usually went toward the Gothic horror section. But what if the horror entity is beyond our comprehension? H.P. Lovecraft like to think the human existence as a very minute thing. We don't matter. In the bigger scale of the universe, in the bigger scale of creation, humans are very insignificant. So, the horror creatures, the horror of feeling insignificant in front of the large scale creatures, the large scale of this universe. That is the basic origin of the cosmic horror. So, the Call of Cthulhu, the Azathoth, the Lost City are some of the very prime examples of cosmic horror created by H.P. Lovecraft. And one of the most recent example of modern cosmic horror is the movie The Mist. So, I would like to introduce you with with the most famous cosmic horror that is called the Call of Cthulhu, and this is a manga version of it done of the story done by Go Watanabe. This is a direct adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's most famous work, The Call of Cthulhu. In this kind of story, in the Cthulhu mythos, we see that the Cthulhu characters or the elder gods were present in this world long before the humans ever existed in our realm. They were here. They came here from outer world, and there are outer gods, there are elder gods, and the high priests. And most of the time, they actually don't care about humans at all. In Gothic horror, we tend to see that the horror entities have a specific purpose. Maybe they want to take revenge, or maybe they want to feed on the humans, or maybe they are just angry. But in the cosmic horror genre, the horror entities, they simply don't care about humans because we are so insignificant. Think of it like that. Whenever you are stepping on an ant, whenever you are stepping on a random insect, are you thinking of revenge? or they are so insignificant that you don't even care about thinking of them. So that is the scale of cosmic horror. Think of yourself as the ant and the entities are like human. So if you want to start reading cosmic horror, I would definitely suggest you start with the Call of Cthulhu, and there is one of my favorite mangas. This is Uzumaki by Zanji Ito. That is one of the most prime and modern example of cosmic horror that will question your sanity, the question the scale, the question we are tend to think that humans are the supreme creatures. We are the rulers and the most superpowered creature of this earth. But what if in the larger scale we are so insignificant that all these things we do around here, all the wars, all the this doesn't matter at all. That is the question Lovecraft and this genre has uh, arise and dealt with over and over again. So I would really encourage you to read cosmic horror genres, to read Lovecraft, and a different kind of world, a different kind of horror genre will open before you. And I am sure most of you will definitely like that genre. So happy reading. Welcome to the world of cosmic horror.